What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you a attack strategy video from our latest random war against Perfect Dropped. I will tell you what, man, it's a 30 on 30 war, and the Supercell gods just did what they did. We have like 2 Town Hall 11s, they have 0, so there's a bad mismatch. However, they got Town Hall 10s and Infernal Towers all the way down to number 25. I think ours stopped at like 14, something like that. So it's a good challenge. I can't wait to bring that war recap. It's definitely a good challenge for the Town Hall 9s. Without further ado though, here is my game plan for how I'm going to take out number 30. Max Town Hall 9 defense with the exception of Royals only being teen heroes. What I see on this, let's talk about exploitations. More than likely there's a DGB right here. Might be one right here. And there's most likely one right here. So there's 3 DGB spots. That makes sense. The ones that I'm pretty sure that they're going to be is right here and right here. Because, you know, as the hogs come in this way, they take damage from the bomb tower coming in, so they're wounded coming in to the DGB set, which is what the theory is, if you're not respecting your hogs on the way in with heals. So I also believe that there's probably a Tesla farm up in this area right here. I don't think the entire Tesla farm is there, but I do think there's some Teslas, which might mess with my pathing. There also might be a Tesla farm up in this section like that. Just because it's not covering air defenses and it's a good tro area to be. Yeah, so that is giving those weaknesses. I thought about exploiting this gap right here because as it looks yeah. Let's totally color that in. Anyway, let's clear this mark up. Man, it's early and I got a dirty mind. Anyway, I thought about exploiting this gap and getting all these air defenses. But my issue is at one point when I get to this, I'm going to be taking 2-point defenses, which is not all that scary. But I just didn't like the pathing of it quite much. I thought about doing this and then sending some loons at these splash damage right here, and then sending like mass minions coming down that way. That's actually what I thought about doing. However, given all this, what I decided to do is I know I can get at least 3 air defenses on the way in if I enter from this way. So this is the plan. If I can get 3 air defenses on the way in, I'm left with 1 air defense to worry about, and then the sweeper blowing this way. So if I send my, we're going to do an AQ walk, baby dragon attack. I'm going to send just 1 minion right here. I'm bringing 3 just in case there's a Tesla or a air mine. So send 1 first, see what happens. If there's a Tesla, I'm going to send 1 of my baby dragons down here to make sure that I create this part of the funnel. Because if I don't do that, my raid is done. My AQ will walk on me. So I really have to invest on this funnel to make sure she goes where I want her to. Excuse me. So minion, if not baby dragon, then I'll start my AQ walk. Actually, we can leave it like that. Then I'll start my AQ walk right about here with, she'll take out this, then that, and then step up to that. Kind of encounters 1-point defense at a time. Healer's right about here leading her because I do want her to go this way. And so as she walks down, eventually she'll get all of this and leave the cannon. I'm going to send a golem right here to tank for 1, 2, and get the BK aggro 3. I have to make sure I get the Expo's attention as well, or else I can't clear these trash buildings. The Expo will pick off my wizards. So with that attention there, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, leaving this right here for breadcrumbs for the queen. Put one of my 10 baby dragons right here because the only real defense that would be facing them would be this archer tower. This air defense only comes out to right about here. Good form of the funnel to keep everybody moving in this way. like that. So I got to jump. I thought about bridging the jump at this whiz tower, but I thought if I'm bringing 2 jumps and it just makes everything go smoother, as long as I give an avenue for the golem to reroute inward and the archer queen to jump up here and continue to get the air defenses right here, and then the sweeper blows like this. So she'll get all this. The CC will be aggroed first right about here, and then the archer queen is right behind it. So if I put a poison spell, pre-planning where I'm going to place these things, I'm going to place them right about the poison right about here to stop whatever is in the CC coming at me, as well as the queen will step up into it, so I'll get double duty or additional bang for my buck. So with bowlers in the CC, I got 4 wizards, a golem, an AQ walk, and my BK and CC bowlers invested in my kill squad. No wall breakers, so that I don't have any chance for wall breaker fail. My second jump will be here and early, so that nobody reroutes outward and continues to walk in the direction that I want them to. I'm going to bridge this compartment and outside here, because then I'll get access to these air defenses and sweeper. By the time my walk is done, this is what my kill squad should realistically get. All of this. I'm left with 1 air defense, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 point defenses of archer towers, and then probably a Tesla farm around here. Might even be a Tesla down here. So seeing this, and I've already invested 1 of my 10 baby dragons, the next thing I do is send my baby dragons as needed. As these get distracted hitting towards the core, I'm going to start sprinkling in my baby dragons 4 tiles apart, like so, and then they'll basically start to work this way, and we'll end over here. With this cannon left over that we forgot on the way in, I got 1 baby dragon for him. If there is it'll also tell me information over here if there's a Tesla farm or not. It'll basically show me how I need to deploy the rest of my baby dragons in order to get the 3. But if you're asking how else am I going to get this, so I got 2 jumps, a rage, and a poison. That leaves me with 3 additional spell slots. I'm going to skeleton that. Clear markup, and I'll show you what I look for on this. I'm a huge fan of the skeleton spell. I do it before to kill the AQ if I can, and depending on the base design. Or I do it during the attack in order to kill the queen. Same thing with the air defense. So if we look at this, you don't want to use this trick whenever there's splash damages here and here, down here. These are all air, like this. These are all air defenses you cannot use this trick on. It just won't work. But this little guy, the only splash damage that he's getting is this mortar. I've done this about 4 times now and been successful every time. You can withstand a mortar splash because it takes a long time for the volley. But the wizard tower, ain't no way you're going to bring that down because it fires faster. The other thing is if there's about 5 point defenses, like if there's a Tesla farm up here, I might be screwed as well. Larry's also distract them. And then, of course, the aggro of royals, and these BKs are way far away from it. So really, this air defense is all by itself, all in an island. So if I send down 2 level 1 skeletons and then a max CC skeleton, I guarantee this thing goes down. Whenever you have no splash defense covering it, no royals able to aggro it, and I would say no more than 3 point defenses covering it as well, it just increases the risk that you won't get it. That's the plan for this one, is to use three skeletons midway through the raid in order to ensure that this goes down so that my baby dragons have a safe way to finish off the base that way. So that is the game plan. Hopefully I can pull this off. I know that before we close this out, I'm going to include DJ or Don John in the action replays. Because he actually did a very similar army composition and strategy on a base before I did. and I think it's relevant. If looking at what we just drew up here about what you want to look for on a base and how to take care of it, you can see how Don John or DJ takes care of his base in a very similar fashion, but just a different design. So hopefully enjoy the replays on this, and I hope this was helpful for you. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than a double, and I'll check you next time.